everyone, and welcome back to Sergi Studio. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I sublimated this 12-ounce wine tumbler with this beautiful Easter design, which I got from Creative Fabrica. So this is our blank tumbler, and the first thing you want to do is take off the lid, and next you want to get the measurement. So this tumbler is curved at the bottom, so you want to make sure you're taking the measurement on the straight surface, the straight part. Then we're going to go ahead and take the measurement of the circumference. Then we're going to head over to Canva, put in the width. We're going to input the height. For the width I got 9.85 and the height I got 3.25, and then we're going to click create design. So this is the design. I'm just going to click upload, where I uploaded the design, and I'm going to transfer it onto my page where I'm going to be adjusting the design. So I want to make sure that this sits only on the flat surface, and I also want to make sure that it doesn't get right to the top of the tumbler. So the reason why I don't want the design getting right up to the top is because the machine I'm using doesn't sublimate to the top of the tumbler, if that makes sense. Yeah, so the design should sit in the middle. So I kind of thought this was a little too, blank. So I wanted to add some elements just to, tweak the design a little bit. Yeah, so I decided to go in with some hearts. I made some bigger and I made some smaller, and I just placed them sparingly, across the whole design. So once that was done, I decided to change the colors of the hearts. You can see they're all in black. I didn't want them in black, so I decided to change the colors and also match them to the colors of the design. The good thing about Canva is that Canva will always pick out the colors from the designs. Right there on the left, you can see photo colors. Those are the colors that Canva extracted from the design. So you can just go ahead and use those colors. So once that was done, I went ahead to download my design and get it ready for sublimation. As usual, I always just want to make sure that everything downloaded nicely. And then I'm going to go into GIMP, and then I'm going to upload or open the design that I just downloaded from Canva. I'm going to make sure that the image is well scaled and everything is in RGB. Next, I'm going to go to File and click Print. I want to do more adjustments in here before printing, so I'm going to check the paper type and the color. I'm going to mirror my image. I'm going to click OK and print. Now our design is printed, and you can see that beautifully printed on the sublimation paper. I'm going to go ahead and use some rubbing alcohol to clean our tumbler, our wine tumbler. I'm going to set it aside and trim the excess edges of the sublimation paper. So before doing this, you want to just wrap that sublimation paper around your design or around your tumbler, and make sure that you're not going to be trimming away or trimming off parts of the design. And once you're done trimming, you're going to carefully wrap your design around your tumbler and make sure it fits nicely. Now this is the reason why I didn't want to place my design at the top of the paper. Now you can see it sits nicely at the center. I'm not going to be worried about parts of the design not being sublimated. I'm going to use heat resistant tape to just secure the design nicely around the tumbler. I'm probably just going to speed up this whole process. So once I was done wrapping the design and securing it nicely around the tumbler, I went ahead to wrap some parchment paper around the design as well. So I'm just gonna, wrap it around and then secure it with some heat resistant tape. And then it was time for sublimation. So I'm using my free sublimation heat press. So I just turn it on, and once it's ready, I'm just gonna place the wine tumbler in there. So once you place it, this is an automatic heater or heat press. So once you place the tumbler inside, it closes up by itself. So I'm just gonna let that print or sublimate, and once it's done, it's just gonna open up the same way, and I'm gonna take out the tumbler. So as you can see, the sublimation process is done. I just have to mention that I kind of sped up this whole process because it takes about 3 minutes or more, 3.5 minutes. So I had to speed it up. But then I had to place it back into the machine because, as you can see, there's a gap between. So I wanted to make sure that every side or every part of the tumbler was sublimated. And I didn't let it sit there for about 3 minutes. No, I just let it sit for about 1.5 minutes, and then I took it out. After that, I let it cool down, and it was time to reveal the printed or the sublimated design. So if you're using a blade like me or anything of this sort, you want to be careful so you don't ruin your tumbler in any way. So are you ready for the reveal? Let's see how this turned out. Okay, wow, I think this is beautiful, and I'm so glad that I had to tweak the design a little bit and add the hearts. I think it added a beautiful touch to the design. And look at what I told you, like if I took this design right up to the top, it would have gotten like ruined, and I didn't want that to happen. So I am so glad I didn't do that, and I'm so glad that this turned out really beautiful. I'm so satisfied with this. So tell me what you think in the comment section. Leave your comments, and if you want to try this, of course you can use this very beginner friendly tutorial and try this by yourself. So until next time, guys, this is Sergi Studio, where we create and craft and inspire. See you on the next one.